G'day and welcome back to the 2024-25 GameDay Squad Fantasy Cricket Show. I'm Dill, that's Stu, and together we're the Fantasy Bros. This summer we've partnered with GameDay Squad to bring you all you need to know to succeed in this season's Aus Cricket competition, where there are some fantastic cash prizes and packs to be won. If you're a new user, there's still plenty of time to sign up. You've still got a couple of days, so make sure you jump onto that GameDay Squad website or download the app, create your account, and sign up using the promo code FBAC24. You'll be rewarded with a 3-player rare pack. You can rip that open straight away and start building with the nice variety of cards that you get. So you might get some gold, platinum, diamond, or even a legend, a 1-of-1 in that pack. And you can start building some of your different squads now. So remember, there are 4 squads, 4 competitions that you can use to try and win some money. There'll also be heaps of bronze packs available for you, so you can jump straight into that starter competition as well and load up on those bronze packs. Again, that is the promo code FBAC24. Stewie, for any new listeners or viewers, what have they missed and what can they catch up on between now and that first ball that occurs on Sunday?
Yeah, g'day Dill. Hello viewers and g'day listeners as well. Mate, I can't believe it. We're nearly there, just a couple of days away from that first ball being bowled. I cannot wait for it. Between now and then, any new viewers, new listeners, they'll be able to go back and watch or listen to our 8-team previews where we covered each 8 team, their ins and outs, their likely 11s for round ones. We named our best bat, bowler and all-rounders. We also named our MVP candidate, as well as spoke about which player we thought would have a breakout year at each of those clubs. We've also just released our top 10s in the bat and wicketkeeper position, as well as our top 10 in the all-rounder positions. And we've gone through and spoken at length about a number of those players and why they're in our top 10s. Those 10 episodes can be viewed on both YouTube and listened to on Apple and Spotify and wherever else you guys get your podcasts. So if you haven't already, make sure you go back and listen to those. We've only got one more episode before that first ball is bowled, and we're going to cover the top 10 bowlers today.
Yeah, that's right. And not only can you go back and listen to some of the advice that we've given throughout those videos, you'll also be able to check out all of the packs that we've opened, and we have opened quite a few, and majority of those are all for the viewers or the listeners. So make sure that you check out all of those videos so that you can jump in and have a crack at winning some of those cards that we have opened. We'll be doing some giveaways on our pre-round 1 live show that will occur an hour or just over an hour before that first ball that is bowled on Sunday, the 15th of December. Remember, one of the key giveaways that we've got is the Match Short Diamond giveaway. All you need to do to enter that is jump onto any of our 11 preseason videos, comment your GDS team name, and you'll be straight into that draw so that you can have 11 opportunities to be in that giveaway. That will be massive, and we will draw that live. Those other competitions, you can comment your MVPs, your breakouts, and whether we've got any of our top 10s right or wrong, and you'll be in the draw to win some of those player pool prize giveaways. All right, so as you touched on, we've gone through the bat and wicket keeper. We've gone through our all-rounders. Today we are bringing you the top 10 bowlers for the 2024-25 GameDay Squad Aus Cricket season. So, mate, can you list the bowlers that you have got from 10 through to 6?
Absolutely, mate. Let's get into it. All right, my number 10 bowler is that new Sixers signing, Jaffa Chauhan. I've got Lance Morris at number 9, Adam Zampa at 8. At 7 is Benny Dwarshuis, and my number 6 bowler is Nathan Ellis. Who have you got in yours, mate?
Yeah, mate, we've got the same idea there. I've gone Jaffa Chauhan as well at 10. I've got Nathan Ellis at 9. Mitch Swepson for the Heat comes in at number 8 for me. 7 is AJ Tye, and then 6 is the Wild Thing, Lance Morris. Mate, one that stands out for me in your 10 through to 6 is your number 8 in Adam Zampa. He doesn't quite find his way into my top 10. So what are your thoughts around Zamps and what he can offer this season?
Yeah, not surprised you've left him out of your top 10, mate. We just need to look at his numbers from last season, and they weren't very good whatsoever. He only took 6 wickets in 8 games on the way to just below a 23 GameDay Squad point average. You don't want to be scoring 23 points per game in your bowler position. But Adam Zampa is still Australia's premier short-form spinner. In his last 10 innings for his country, he's taken 2 or more wickets on 8 occasions. He can still dismiss the world's best batsman, and I just think he was in a bad spot last season. He was down on confidence. He wasn't getting many wickets. His team wasn't doing very well. And he's got a fresh start this season. He makes a move across town to the Renegades. And I think they're going to have a much better top order. They were pretty poor last season, but this year they've got, the likes of Seifert, Fraser McGurk, Brown, Laurie Evans at 4. They're going to score a lot more runs this year, and Adam Zampa is going to have a lot more to bowl at. Opposition teams are going to be chasing some bigger scores this year, and that means they'll probably go after Zamps, but we know what happens when batsmen go after spinners. They can't clear the ropes on every single attempt. He will get wickets. If they get caught a metre out from the boundary rope, they're still worth plenty of points, and I think he's going to bounce back in a big way this season. He's an attacking bowler. He'll go for runs, but he'll get plenty of wickets, and that's a trade-off that I'm happy to take, particularly when he can put some more attacking fields around him after his top order goes well, or he'll bowl with a bit more confidence even when they're bowling first, knowing that they've got a batting lineup this season that should get closer to a lot of those targets when they're chasing as well.
Yeah, definitely. I love some of the points that you've made there. I guess for me, as you touched on, is his disappointing season last season, and I think he just looked a bit tired come the end of the season. I don't know, he just didn't quite look like he wanted to be there, and maybe a bit fatigued, and maybe the move will do him some good, and there'll be some really positive spin out of it. But I'm just not sure yet. I probably want to see him perform first before I start looking at playing him. I do know that probably he's going to be a pretty popular option in that round 1 double. So it might be someone that I'm fading in the hope that he has 2 games that he fails in. But you just never know. With 2 games that you can score from, 2 bites of the cherry, I think it's a great option for anyone that wants to play that safe Renegades bowler in their lineup. So yeah, he's not quite in my top 10, but I'll keep an eye on him and see how he goes. And if he's looking good, then I think he'll come straight in for me.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I've got him at 8 there, but I'm really close to having him in my best team for round 1, just because he gets 2 bites of those cherries. At that cherry, he might only get 1 or 2 wickets in one game, but if he could take a 3 or 4 in one of them as well, because the batsmen are going after him, and the game just pans out to benefit him, then he's going to be a pretty good pod, because his numbers last year weren't great. All right, mate, from one spinner to another, you've got heat leg spinner Mitch Swepson inside your top 10. Tell us why he's going to outperform Adam Zampa this year.
Yeah, I really like Sweppy and what he has to offer, and I think he should have another big season. He'll partner Kuhnemann really nicely as probably the 2 spin twins for the Heat. And they were the 2 key reasons of 4 bowlers that the Heat won the tournament last season. And they'll probably need to be a big part of it again. If the Heat want to go deep and the Heat want to go back to back, I think those 4 bowlers, Kuhnemann, Swepson, Johnson and Bartlett, I think they're going to have a huge season. And I think Swepson should be, one of the beneficiaries there as well, sort of playing a really good role alongside those other 3. Look, he took 10 wickets and had 60 dot balls last season. He also added 4 catches. That saw him finish 11th of all the bowlers that are backing up this season. So I think if he can maybe add a couple of wickets there, a couple more dot balls, and be around that opportunity to take some catches in the field or effect a run out, I think he's definitely going to make his way into the top 10. The other key reason that I really like Swepson at the moment is his form is unreal. He's absolutely killing it in the Shield and one-day cricket. He's taken forfeit in each of his last 3 innings, as well as adding a handy 28 with the bat in 2 innings against Victoria. So I think he comes in this season in really good form, and I think the Heat are going to need every wicket and probably every run that Swepson has to offer.
Yeah, mate, geez, 28 runs recently. If our batsmen can score runs, I don't have to score 28, but anywhere, 10, 15, 20 here and there, that's so handy for that bowler position as well. So, geez, in a bit of form with both bat and ball, taking 4 in a number of those matches as well. I think a big reason for his success last season, like you said, were the other bowlers around him. And spot on. If Spencer Johnson and Xavier Bartlett are taking wickets early on, that's going to force the opposition team to go after the likes of Kuhnemann and Swepson, and that's definitely when he can take advantage and get plenty of wickets there. Again, the only issue is that top order. Are they going to score enough runs for Swepson to bowl at? Our opposition side's going to know that they can just, prod Schwepson around the park, knowing that the Heat batting attack isn't as good as it probably will be later on in the tournament. So probably a few too many question marks around him for me early on. But being a Heat fan, more than happy if he takes plenty. And he could find a way into my starting lineup pretty quickly as well.
Yeah, let's hope that the Heat batting lineup can do a little bit at the top there, and then can be supported with our bowlers. Fingers crossed, we'll see.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on to our top 5. So these are the players we can expect to carry us through most of the rounds of the cricket comp throughout this season. Look, we can only fit 4 of them in, but Stu, run us through your top 5.
You can fit 4, can you? I can only fit 3, so I might have to update my app.
3.
And so 3 bowlers, 3 bats, 4 rounders. Dill, my number 5 is the Sixers signing Akil Hussain. 4 is Spencer Johnson. 3, Jai Richardson from the Scorchers. 2, Xavier Bartlett from the Heat. My number 1, it's probably going to talk about another man from New Zealand here, but it's Lockie Ferguson. I'm going to take a stab in the dark here. I'm going to say we've got the same number 1. So what does the rest of your top 5 look like, mate?
Yeah, I think you had a little peek at my notes there, mate. Maybe starting to rub off on you a little bit. My 5 through to 1. I've gone Akil Hassan there at 5. I've got Benny Dwarshuis at 4, Xavier Bartlett at 3, and just edged out by Spencer Johnson at 2. And then you're right, I do have the big Kiwi and Lockie Ferguson coming over for the Sydney Thunder at number 1. Look, we've got a couple of similarities there, but we do have one key difference, and that's your number 3 bowler there in Jai Richardson from the Perth Scorchers. Tell me a little bit about why you really like the position that Jai Richardson's in.
Yeah, a bit like Adam Zampa, actually. He had a bit of a down year last year compared to his standards. Richardson still averaged 30 GameDay Squad points, which isn't terrible. It was more than Zampa averaged, but I think he's going to bounce back in a big, big way. I still think there's plenty of juice left in the Jai Richardson tank, but that's, of course, of the proviso that he's got to remain healthy and injury-free. He returned to first-class cricket a couple of weeks ago, and he said he feels alive again. And he's also got his sights on reclaiming a baggy green. So that's some really positive news to hear coming out of his mouth. So I think he's in for a big tournament. But we only had to see the footage from one of those Shield matches a couple of weeks back where he took 2 wickets in 2 balls and, flew down the pitch to high-five his teammates. And then he went down and clutched at his shoulder, the same shoulder that he recently had surgery on. And I immediately took him out of my GameDay Squad lineup when I saw that. But look, he returned to the field about half an hour or so later. He reclaimed a wicket as well and finished the match. And by all reports, got through it okay. He's going to have to manage, that issue with the shoulder throughout the season. But the positive news was that he came back, and I think that's really big there. And I'm probably not going to move him down my list too far because of it. I think it's even just going to make him more of a pod, and other people are going to avoid playing him, particularly early on in round 1. In those 7 matches that he played last year, he only took 6 wickets. So he was obviously quite hampered by that injury. 12 months prior, he took 16 wickets in 7 games. He also contributed really nicely with the bat. So I don't necessarily think he's going to take 16 in 7 again, but he's certainly got the pedigree. He's got the speed. He loves the Perth pitch. Let's hope he's over his shoulder problems. And I think he's due for a massive bounce back, and I'm happy to have him in my team in round 1.
Yeah. Look, he is an unreal talent, and when he is fit and healthy, he is so good. But you touched on it, and we shouldn't have laughed with the shoulder injury and high fiving. But look, that's the concern for me. I think one of the Perth coaching staff said the other day that the shoulder pops out and in, and although you said Richo said he feels alive. I don't know. I would not want my shoulder popping out and in when I'm trying to bowl at 150 clicks down the wicket. The other concern for me is because of that shoulder injury, he doesn't really get put in the position in the field where he can take some catches or effect a run out. So you lose some of that potential through the fielding points with Richardson, whereas the others in my top 5 list, they probably have a potential there where they can take some extra points through a catch or a run out. So yeah, for me, that's why he's not inside my top five. I guess the other reason is I really like Lance Morris and what he brings to the team and what he could potentially do. And I feel like he's in a position, he's got an opportunity to potentially take over as the number one bowler in the Perth Scorchers. So, there's a few reasons. He's still there and thereabouts, but just probably outside my top 10 for me.
Yeah, I hadn't really considered that point about the points in the field as well. You're right; he does get hidden, at that third man or that deep fine leg sort of position. He also bowls the ball back, with that really loopy action where the batsmen, tend to take an extra run on his arm and they get back quite comfortably as well. So. Yeah, not only is he probably allergic to runouts, but he's not in really any position where he's going to get some catches as well. And some of those good bowlers field in those hot spots. And 2 or 3 catches a game is massive for your bowling lineup, just like a bowler scoring points with the bat. They all count. And he probably won't get very many returns in that department at all this year.
Yeah, and just on something like the catch, is really important if you haven't seen the GDS scoring to go and have a look, because there are plenty of opportunities for bonus points as well. So 3+ catch, 4+ catch, you get some bonus points there as well as the points for the actual catch. So really important, you go and have a look at that scoring and how that might dictate you putting together your squad. I think probably Richardson probably doesn't get that opportunity, whereas others might have a chance to take 3 catches and get that bonus along with the catching as well. So yeah, I think there's some question marks there.
All right, mate. Talk to me about Ben Dwarshuis. He was in my top 10, obviously, but you've got him nice and high up there at number 4. Why is he going to be a big points getter for the Sydney Sixers this year?
Yeah, look, this one again comes with a big asterisk. If he shaved his mo, he's out of my top 10. The only reason that I want him in there is because of his mo and
Okay.
the similarities that we're running at the moment. No, but in all seriousness, he found his way into the top 5 ranked bowlers last season. He averaged 56.5 points across 10 games, so that's huge for any bowler. He took 17 wickets and he contributed really nicely with the bat, getting a handy 33 runs in that across those 10 games. So, we just talked about in the field getting some points, but being able to get some points, with the bat as a bowler, it's probably gold there. In the 100 comp over in England, Dwarshuis took 4 wickets in 2 innings and added 60 with the bat there. So again, showed some talent with bat in hand, which I really like. I think he's in a really good spot again with the Sixers. We've talked at length about their ability to be around about the end of the tournament and looking to push for that top spot as well. He'll partner Abbott really nicely in that, that pace attack in those options, and they will be a dominant Sixers outfit. We look at that whole squad that they've put together and they look really good, 1 through to 11, plus all the players coming back, etc. I think they've got a really good squad and they should go quite deep. Obviously, there are some question marks over the pec injury that he suffered earlier in the season. There's a bit of concern there. We'll have to wait and see how he's travelling, though. I was a bit upset that that weather sort of got to some of those New South Wales one-day games. They were abandoned, which meant we didn't really get to see him with the ball. So we're not quite sure how he's going. I would have loved to just get my eyes on him steaming in, just to feel that out a little bit more. But at this stage, I've locked him in my 4th spot, just purely based on what he did last season, what I think he will replicate this season, and the opportunity that he has with a dominant team.
Geez, what is it with Aus Cricket at the moment? It seems like every single episode we're talking about 2, 3, 4 injuries as well to some really key and dominant players. They're coming in maybe a little bit underdone in the preseason, not necessarily having a big hit out due to the weather, like you mentioned, but also with some of those lingering injuries as well. So we really hope for players like Benny Dwarshuis and a player of his quality that he is fit and firing. He did take 5 for 21 off 4 overs against the Heat. In that one of those qualifying matches last season. So against the competition's best team, he managed to take 5 wickets. You can't ignore those sorts of numbers for your GameDay Squad team. It wasn't fun viewing for me, but it certainly was for those that had Benny Dwarshuis in their team. So I'm not surprised you've got him that high in your top 5, mate. But yeah, probably someone that I'll have a look at in those first couple of rounds. And yeah, if he's getting plenty of death overs and the Sixers have such a good side, he might be someone that you can't leave out simply because he's also scoring some good points with the bat as well.
Yeah. I think, we've touched on quite a few times. If their top order goes well, there's an opportunity there for Dwarsha to potentially come in and be a bit of a pinch hitter too. We've seen that role for him. So, you'd be happy for him to come out and bang out 2 sixes and then be done for the day, and then follow that up with a fifer. That'd be nice. Alrighty, let's move on to our number one bowler. So we both have gone Lockie Ferguson. Look, I'll let you kick us off because I could talk all day about the big boy over from New Zealand. Why is he your best bowling option this year?
All right, mate. Well, I won't hog the limelight for too long. I'll let you talk at length about your man. But what I love about this is that he comes over to this season's tournament as the real sort of spearhead for his team, where he's going to find plenty of extra pace and bounce on these Aussie pitches. And I think he's definitely going to cause plenty of issue early on in that power surge, during the power play overs, and then during the end of the innings as well, in those death overs where we've spoken about are so conducive to point scoring. Look, he's already taken 64 wickets in just 43 matches for New Zealand at an average of just 17. Those sorts of numbers you can't ignore against the best batsmen around the world. I know some of them were in one of those global tournaments where he was playing against some pretty lower ranked or caliber opposition, but the numbers just speak for themselves. He's not someone I'm willing to risk leaving out of my lineup. He'll get plenty of overs. He'll take plenty of wickets, and he's just going to be a points scorer. Tell me, mate, why do you like him so much?
Yeah. I don't just like him. I love him. I love the big Kiwi quick. And I go back to when he debuted in the Test side and he was steaming in, bowling over 155 almost every ball. And I knew then he's going to be an absolute talent. I can't even imagine standing there and facing 155 plus steaming down at you. But look, if we want to talk numbers, we go back to the Global Cricket Championship, as you touched on it, and the performance against, albeit PNG, but it was unreal. It will never be replicated. 4 overs, 4 maidens, and 3 wickets. That's 4 maidens in a T20 competition. Doesn't matter who it's against. Is just ridiculous. Yep. Look, that equaled 148 base points for GameDay Squad. So if he gets anywhere close to that in Aus Cricket, I think you are absolutely laughing. Obviously, there's a couple of concerns. He may miss the last couple of games at the back end of the season, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think he's going to go out there and average 70 plus like he did in that competition earlier in the year at the international level. And I think all the other bowlers are just going to be chasing down whatever his total score is come, round 7, 8 or 9, I think. And I don't think they'll even get close, to be honest. As you touched on, he's really got that good opportunity to take the death overs. And he probably will pick up quite a few junk wickets. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how they take those wickets, when they take them. For us GDS coaches, all that matters is they take those wickets. And, we've touched on some bonuses already in terms of catches. There's also some bonus points available for 3+, 4+, 5+ wickets. So if we see anything similar to that competition earlier in the year in the Global Cricket Champ, then I think he's going to be just fine. Look, the other thing is he doesn't offer too much with the bat, but he does like to open his shoulders when he has the opportunity. Across a couple of competitions, the domestic T20s, he's hit 103 runs in 21 innings. So he knows how to throw a bat around, but probably not an option at the end of the day that you want to have coming out, at the end. But let's hope that he can do all the damage with the ball.
So you can obviously talk at length about his numbers, mate. But have you packed any of his cards yet? Is he going to be in your squad in round 1?
I have not. I have been severely disappointed. I have kept an eye on the market though, and look, probably a good time to call out anyone that has a Lockie Ferguson, any rarity, to be honest. Come and hit me up on Discord. I am sure we can make a deal.
Sounds good.
Love it. Alrighty. Now, on to our favourite part. We alluded to it earlier. We are going to run our favourite part of the episode, and it wouldn't be a Fantasy Bros episode without a pack opening. Look, it's a little bit different than our previous pack openings. If you have watched the bat wicket keeper and the all-rounder top 10 rankings, you have a pretty good idea about what we're going to do. We're going to open a 3-player rare and a 3-player unique. Stu and I will have to blindly select the card that we are going to keep. That is a player that we're going to put straight into our squads. We're going to have to select a card that we are going to hit for 6, and that is a player that will be added to our player pool giveaway. And then we're going to have that last card remaining as a fastball. That is the one that we're going to put up on the GameDay Squad transfer market for 51 cents. It does not matter what the rarity is. It is going up there for 51 cents. We will give you a heads up in the Discord about an hour before we post that in the transfer market. So make sure you are keeping your eye on Discord for when that happens. Alrighty, I'm going to put a 3-player unique up on my screen for Stu to pick. Here we go. All right, mate, where are we going first for the card that you would like to keep?
Oh, come on. I want to see some red. Give me the card on the left, please, Dill. I'm going left.
Alrighty, we've got a platinum there. No red, unfortunately. It is Hilton Cartwright from the Stars. So he should come in and have a pretty good role in that sort of top middle order, depending on where they slot him in at bat. He might even get a ball, maybe, if there's a couple of injuries there. So you never know what you can get with Hilton Cartwright.
You know what, mate? I've already got 3 or 4 of him, so I'm going to whack him up for 51 cents as well as my fast ball that I get tonight.
There you go. 2 fast balls. All right, where are we going next for our hit for 6?
Let's go to the right.
Okay. Right. We're going to the right. And it's also a platinum. And we've got Nathan Lyon. All right. So we probably won't see him for majority of the tournament, but you never know. He might come back and have a little cameo. Who knows?
And it's always fun.
Into
it's always fun watching the goat, hey?
That's right. All righty. And this last one, we're going to have a second fastball. Obviously, Stu's going to put up that Cartwright for 51 cents as well. We've got the middle one, and it is also a platinum, and is Tanvir Sanger for the Sydney Thunder, who could offer something. Maybe not this season. Maybe he might have a little bit of a decent tournament, but because it is a dynasty competition, that means you'll keep his card forever, and he might be a bit more of a factor in a few years' time.
Yeah, mate, and he's also been relevant during patches over the last season or two as well. But, you know, definitely someone that's going to be on our minds in the years to come. But I think he's already had some international experience, which is fantastic.
Definitely.
Alrighty.
Stu is going to open a 3-player rare for me.
Here it is, mate. Which one would you like to keep?
Let's go the middle. I've had some success in the past going straight down the middle, so let's hit that middle card there.
Is this a rare pack? Did I open a rare pack? Wow, it's a rare diamond in a rare pack. You love to see it. And that player is... Again, a similar name. It's red. Similar name to someone I've spoken about. Kane Richardson. Early double. He's played for Australia plenty of times. The Renegades probably crying out for a strike bowler. Mate, I think you've packed yourself a great card there. Well done.
And could be an unreal pod for round 1, I think. Could be a great point of difference.
I think you've stitched up the viewers there.
Sorry, viewers. I won't be as nice as Stu. I'm not putting that on the market. I'm sorry.
All right, where are we going, mate? Let's redeem ourselves. Which one are we giving to the viewers in that prize pool?
Okay, let's go to the right for the prize pool. So let's hit the right for 6.
Oh, a platinum.
Okay.
Oh, Baisley. James Baisley. Okay. There's a bit of talk around his role in that strikers team. He may get a spot there at maybe 7 or 8 and do some part-time bowling, and we know that he can score plenty of runs with the bat as well. So keep an eye out for strikers team sheets. He could come into consideration at some point.
Good, and that goes straight into the prize pool player pool that we have going on that we will give away on that round 1 preview show live. All right, let's go to our fastball, the one that's going up for 51 cents.
And this is the last card we're revealing before our pre-round 1 live show. So let's hope it is a good one. It is a It's a gold card. And it is...
Oh, no.
Oh, you
that's awesome.
are
but
kidding. That is unreal.
There you go. There you go, viewers. That is going to go up for 51 cents. And then when you purchase that, make sure you hit me up on Discord straight after, and I will give you double. So you will make your money back.
No, viewers, I'm telling you right now, don't go for double. Go for 5 times the amount at least. At least 51 cents. There's going to be a server overload, I reckon, when that Lockie Ferguson goes up for 51 cents. Let's hope the server can hold enough people clicking on that button to buy it at 51 cents. Yeah, please let us know who does get that card. That's going to be exciting to see. What a way to finish, mate. What a great way to finish.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Great pull. Alrighty, well, there it is. That is our top 10 bowlers for the 2024-25 GameDay Squad Aus Cricket season. Please let us know in the comments if you think we got some of them wrong, who you think maybe should be included, who should be higher, or who should we get rid of? Who do you think are way too high on our list? As always, new users still have plenty of time to sign up. Use that promo code FBAC24 when signing up to your new account. That will give you a 3-player rare pack that you can rip into straight away. And you never know, you might score yourself a Lockie Ferguson, and then you might make some extra dollars off of me as well. Make sure you comment on this and every other one of our preseason videos to go into the draw to win the Matt Short Diamond. You just need to comment your GameDay Squad team name, and you can have up to 11 entries into that giveaway. We will be announcing the winner on the live round 1 preview show on the 15th of December, about an hour before first ball. Make sure you join us then. Look, it's been unreal. Thank you very much for joining us for these last 11 preseason videos. We are looking forward to that first ball, and we are looking forward to the rest of the season and hopefully winning a few competitions here and there as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks, Stu. Good luck. We will see you Sunday.
Thanks, Dill. See everyone. Come join us Sunday.